top left we have Scars Nick. Bottom left is Scotty McBody. Top right is Joe Minister, RGA, and bottom right is NNet.
Yep, and we are seeing, looks like Skarsnik's stream is a little bit behind the rest, but you can see the race is underway. Not going to see too much interesting, just a pretty standard series.
For the beginning, let's talk about the first boss encounter, really. This fight, as I'm pretty sure that everybody knows, that's pretty standard. You just stand behind really wait until your health slash energy drops to 24. Really will appear in the background and come straight out, and the timer will start. So you got like about a minute or so.
Yeah, you have a minute. And you can see some of the streams being paused so everything gets synced up. So that's why most of the streams are frozen. We will, of course, get this worked out as soon as, everyone's synced up. And you can see, there it is. Scotty with a 52-32 going into, I believe that's called turnaround room. Gonna end with a pretty clean series time. 46 something.
46, 45 seconds. That's a pretty good time.
Yeah. Elminster and Enmit. Sorry, names are pretty hard to say back to back, but both got mid 45. Skarsnik a little bit behind, but there's still plenty of time to catch up. And we shouldn't see anything. I think I said this already, but we won't see anything interesting until the players get down to Green Brinstar. There shouldn't be any route diversion until then, unless somebody wants to go for a unique route, which could happen.
That's true.
But we're going to see which players are using Moonfall. Looks like Scotty and Enmit are both. Elminster is not. No surprises there. And it looks like Skarsnik is not either, which, of course, it's a personal preference, and it doesn't save too much time.
Oh, that's true, but unless you come to the frame, if you had the moonwalk on, and the old Torian going down, if you time it right, you could. If you jump back to the and going down the step right there, you could actually shoot it out and the blocks won't be there.
Right. I mean, that Moonfall in the climb saves, I think it's 3 seconds? It's 2 or 3, I forget. Maybe more than that. But either way, that is pretty much the biggest time save that the trick, or that Moonfall saves you. So, although, for those of you who don't know, Scotty McBody does do, I don't know if he's going to do it in the race, but he does have a unique 100% route that involves a trick that involves Moonfall that we might see later, hopefully. But we'll get to that once it happens. You can see Enmit with a bit of a lead coming out of climb. Scotty and Elm had not the cleanest climbs, but We're not too far behind, and Skarsnik is a little bit more behind, but
Image is into the bomb Dorito room and about to start his second boss fight. If you consider it to the second boss fight, unless it really is actually the first boss fight. What do you think?
yeah, we shouldn't see any, or hopefully we don't see any anybody mess up the Bomb Chorizo fight. It looks like Enmit got it clean,
Quick kill.
and so did Scotty. Is a little bit. It was a little bit messier, but he still got it fine. Scar is on his way. All three players getting Alcatraz. Good to see nobody messing that up yet.
Alcatraz?
The jump out of bombs, we call that Alcatraz escape. Because I'm not sure why it's called that. Somebody can fill me in.
I actually find that very difficult to do since the timing to morph up to exit is really difficult for me. I even tried to do it.
It's definitely not. It's not trivial. Like, if you don't know the inputs for it, it's not super easy trick, but these are players that have all been around the scene for a while. I would expect them all to know how to do it. And luckily they did. Skarsnik, unfortunately, not comfortable with it. Just gonna do the vanilla route out of this room. Nothing wrong with that.
True.
And Scotty's stream seems to be a bit frozen. I don't know if they were syncing up the streams there, or it's just on my end.
No, it's on my end, but also since I guess they're trying to wait on the other players to actually catch up, or well, that's just in my opinion.
Maybe it was a little bit out of sync. Really nice reverse mock ball from Enmit. That's a
really hard,
pretty tight trick.
do.
We'll see if Scotty can get it, and he does.
Ooh, barely made it in time.
Impressive. 3 for 3 even. Wow. That's really good to see. That's not an easy trick to get. And all three players nailing it. Alright, so is Scotty gonna do it? He is. He's gonna do it. Alright, so some explanation. What you're about to see is what we call a moon dance. And so what he's gonna do is he's gonna get himself stuck in these blocks and perform I believe the number is 176. Oh, he misses it up there, but 176 quick moonfalls in a row, and that builds up enough downward speed that will allow him to clip through the one block thick floor in the previous room, which allows him to pick up the power bombs at Edekun's, which you would not normally be able to do. He's having a little bit of trouble with it, but hopefully he can get it. Meanwhile, Enmit and Elminster are both going the traditional route.
Yeah, then it's gonna grab the phaser. Not the that's what beam there is, but it is handy in the early game, I guess, since it's basically a wide beam.
Yeah, I mean, Spacer's definitely not something you would pick up in any percent, but it definitely feels good to have. So, and plus you have to pick it up. So, I did not see if Scar picked up the missile in that room. I assume he did.
He did. He did. I believe that because he filled the mock ball, he just went straight down into grab the regular missiles in the room, and then exited and redid the mock ball trick.
Oh, okay. I actually see Elminster not opting to pick up Spazer yet.
Hmm.
So
Let's see if
he
these
actually
guys.
took like too much damage, and he doesn't have any super missiles, or he didn't get any super missiles from Mini Kraid, so he's going to have to
Do the
fight
old-fashioned skill.
Kraid normally. Well, you see, while that happens, you can see on Scotty McBody's stream, he got the trick, and you see, just he clips right through the floor. And now he gets to pick up these items.
I know the first item is the super missile, but what was in the E-tank? My bad.
Yeah, super missiles in the room. And there's an E-tank on the ground. He has to jump there, of course, because there's a invisible floor there, or invisible lack of floor. But the most useful part of this trick is it allows him to get early power bombs, which allows him to clean up most of this area earlier than any other player will be able to. So there's a few items you'll see him get now that the other players did not.
This one itself is tricky. Let's see if if Scotty could get onto the ledge on the left side without falling down.
It's also a decently tough mock ball to get out of that little area, but he gets it, no problem. You can see on the right side of the screen, Enmit has built up a bit of a lead over Elminster despite picking up Phaser just off of having a better Kraid fight.
Mm-hmm.
And so, with Scotty having a bit of trouble on the Moonfall, it would seem that Enmit is comfortably in the lead right now. But there's still a lot of things that can happen. The race is still early. Yeah, you can see Scotty picking up that power bomb, which you need a power bomb to do it, so nobody else was able to.
Yeah, that room specifically, you need a power bomb to get it through the wall, kill the enemies to get the super. I forgot what the enemies are called right there. You need to do that to make open the door back to it. Then he has super missile the ground. It's a tight squeeze so if you want to get back up from that room. Because you got barely a second or two to wall jump back up from the ground. Oh, he's gonna. Ooh, he got the super missile hits right there.
Yeah, right. You also saw the trick he did earlier to open the wave gate. Normally, you can't open that gate without wave beam, so what he did was basically line up a super missile from the door so that it would be fast enough to break through or clip through the gate. It's a lot easier trick than it looks, actually, but he got it first try, which is still impressive.
Yep. Well, considering that doing the back gate opening is a minor glitch, since minor glitches are allowed to be used.
Right.
The minister is getting the missiles attack and the speed boost, and it's just I forgot what that was.
It's a wave beam. Emmet's a little bit ahead. He's already finished picking up wave beam as Elminster's just getting out of speed. So there's about like I'd almost say close to a minute discrepancy there.
Well,
So definitely impressive because Elminster is not a bad runner by any means, and Enmet is significantly ahead at the moment.
yeah. Considering they Mnet went
Actually,
down to get the wave beam first, and Elminster just went straight for speed boost.
that's really interesting. I have not seen that before. So actually, it ends up that they're pretty close to each other because of that routing choice. My bad, I didn't catch it. I assumed he picked up speed first.
I thought it went down, but I didn't think about it. Because I actually forgot that the wave beam was like below the entrance to speed boost. Okay, Scar said let's see if he mind he didn't go for the.
He's going for the quick kill, but I think he only had he only had 3 supers, so he wanted to shoot a missile when he opens his mouth the first time, and then shoot 3 supers the second time, but he unfortunately missed it, and is pretty low, but I think he'll be okay.
We have 23 energy, that's no reserve energy, and
Please. Oh no.
It's fine. Regained it.
Yeah, he's getting plenty of health drops. He'll be fine. I hope. You can see both Elminster and Enmet going for early Croc route, and both entered about the same time, actually.
Yeah, with Croc is just like about a couple minutes away from speed boost and wave beam.
And there, see taking Croc down. Enmet following suit a couple seconds later. And Scotty, unfortunately, also missed the stand-up glitch. So congratulations to Enmet, the only one to get the trick.
And I'm good doing the critical list.
The only one to get great quick kill. I don't know if either. I assume both of them, both Enmet and Elm, got the wraparound shot around Croc. I don't know if they did that or they just shot open the door normally. But either way, both with a clean Shine Spark across the room behind Crockemeyer.
I do not know how the wraparound shots work there, but I think they just shot regularly toward the.
Right. So I'm not. Sorry.
Go ahead.
What were you gonna say?
I was about to say that here he's gonna grab the grapple beam. Wonder if they're gonna go. Never mind that. No, and that just answered my question that they're gonna go back through the gate, the door to get the missiles right here. I would think that they possibly just do speed boost out to test and just to boost the what was it? Shine Spark straight up first to grab the missiles, or then just go straight to the grapple room to get it, then just come back straight out. But that's just what I would do.
You can see Scar's picking up early ice. I assume he's also going to fight Crocomire, and he's just picking up ice for comfort. But we could see some ice clip action.
And we have an image in chat to rip us. Hey, Mitch, you having fun in the race?
Wait, you're going to see Enmit and Elminster a little bit after him, both leaving Norfair for now. They will both come back, of course. Once.
Probably after they deal with Santoon.
Well, no, after they deal with Dragon, they would go down and fight Ridley and finish cleaning up Norfair. But now they're going up to Fantoon. And yeah, we haven't really seen anything too spicy from either of these players. Really just the Moonfall from Scotty. Everything else has been pretty standard. A nice Alpha Spark from Enmit.
That's high jump from the side to get back up to the red tower is really hard.
Yeah, Enmit missing the
wall
trick there. Just had to go for a backup.
I actually never do get that. I mean, with those turtles there, I usually had to super missile them to get up with it. But still, I still have trouble with that.
Right. Elminster went for the standard hero shot that most people would do in that room, and he got it no problem. So that's good. Made up a little bit of time there. And Scotty and Scar both still in Norfair. Of course, Scotty has picked up a lot more items after cleaning out most of Pink Prince Star. So he's not as behind as it looks.
That's true, considering that he did the trick with the Moonfall glitch. He's probably the one that is in the lead, even though he is a little behind on the boss. But other than that, he's in first place.
So we have both of our runners on the right side going into Fantoon shortly. I assume both of them are very experienced runners. I'm not too worried about either of them dying, but this could be a swing in momentum depending on patterns that
Fantoon
gives either of them. There could be a lead change here.
Yeah, Fantoon is probably the most annoying boss since his RNG is never the same for each player, and the fights because they get annoying.
Right. Scotty also going for early Crocomire and gets a fight. Looks like he got the wraparound shot.
I don't understand how that works. Can you explain it?
Okay, so I don't know 100% how it works, but essentially, how out of bounds works is there's an identical copy of the room next to the actual room. And so what he does is he shoots the shot off screen, and the shot doesn't disappear until being off screen for 2 frames. And on the 1 frame that it's off screen, it opens the door. We'll see another more difficult wraparound shot later on in the ship, the landing site.
Oh yeah, I've only seen that one, but it's not the cross wrap around.
Looks like Enmit got a clean 2-round hybrid kill. I'm going for a standard X Factor kill, and he also got a 2-round. But looks like he got a little bit worse patterns. So he's going to be a bit further behind, but shouldn't be too much of a problem for him.
Mm-hmm.
He's still got plenty of time to catch up. So
sorry about that. I gotta go on mute for a few seconds if you don't mind.
you can see Scotty doing what you said earlier, sparking up to the missile with the first spark. And meanwhile, Scar is a little bit behind, but looks like he just finished picking up a wave. So I assume he is also going to do early Crocomire, so he will be heading down to there shortly. And I wasn't really watching, but that was a dangerous room that Enmit and Elminster, or I guess just Enmit, Elminster's a little bit behind, but a very dangerous room that he went through, the spiky room of death. It looks like he got through it no problem. Elminster having a little bit more trouble. Oh no. Okay. So luckily, he did not die there. What will happen often there is if you get your reserves triggered by the falling spikes, your iframes will run out by the time the reserve finishes, and you'll take damage and die immediately. Luckily, he didn't have a lot of health in his reserves, so he was able to get out. But that was really scary.
No doubt. That room is actually really tricky, considering the spike force and the spike platform that goes up and down. Is it called spike platform? I'm not sure exactly.
I call them spike platforms, so we'll go with that for now. It seems like Scar is having some internet issues, but it looks like he's heading to Crocomire. Yep, for sure. And so that's all 4 runners doing early croc, it looks like. Ooh, Scotty also missing the 1 round, or missing that red tower strat. I don't actually know what it's called.
Me neither, but I've done it. I've tried it before, but man, the timing is too precise to.
It's a tough strat. That's why you saw Elm going for the hero shot. It's a lot less precise.
Or well, you could freeze the turtles, or actually they're called rippers, but They're still turtles though. We use them as platforms and just hop on the top of them.
Right. We actually only saw Scar picking up ice, so I assume he'll be going for that strategy since it's significantly easier. But
Buddy has ice also.
yeah, his stream kind of died. Hopefully, hopefully that comes back.
Yeah, Scotty has ice.
Did Scotty pick up ice? I didn't see it.
His the phaser beam that he has on right now is blue instead of the usual yellow.
Well, I will. That would mean he has ice. No, yes, he doesn't have ice.
Oh my bad. I forgot that there will be a sparkle if it shows that ice was picked up.
Elm with a good spark over bowling alley. I don't know if Edmund got that too, but
When
I'm
did he?
gonna assume he did. And does Scotty get this? Yes, he does. He gets a clean ocean fly.
Yeah, that stress right there is with the shine spark itself. You got a little time to get through the door and hopping over towards the missile pack to get to shoot a missile or a beam at the door to get before the shine spark disappears.
Mm.
Or unless he did a short charge
Oh,
to shine spark.
Edmund doing some map collection strats there. Not sure what that was, but he gets this missile that he was going for. And we see Scotty entering Fantoon. He still has Spazer on, so I assume he's going for a Doppler. It's significantly harder. I wouldn't say harder, like harder to kill him with, but significantly harder to 2-round Fantoon with. So I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up being a 3 or 4-round Fantoon.
Scars so they can build a crocodile.
Alright, so not a great top player there, unfortunately. So you're going to see Enma here lining up a shot. We don't actually have audio of this stream, so it looks like he got it, judging by how he's reacting. What he did there was get a wraparound shot to open the gauntlet door. And so he gets the spark all the way through the first room of the gauntlet, having just enough health to do so.
Well, considering with the wraparound, you can actually hear the door
Oh no, Scotty.
open.
Yeah, I mean, he heard it, but what I'm saying is we did not. But luckily he got it first try. And unfortunately, Scotty, enraging Fantoon, he thought he had enough damage, so he hit him with the super, but unfortunately did not quite have as much damage as he thought.
Hmm. Well, I usually wait until a good amount of time, and then Pantun is still in red to shoot the missile. Like I did wait until my third or fourth shot on the super missile, using regular missile in his red form, and then shoot the super missile. Since I don't actually know the amount of times that I need to use the regular missiles to do a hit it with the super.
So Fantoon has, I believe, 2,500 health, and each missile does 100, and a super does 600. So you have to hit him with
19
Assuming you're
missiles,
only hitting him with missiles, you have to hit 19, and you can see
1
Scotty only
percent.
had 17 missiles onto Fantoon. So, unfortunately, got the enraged pattern.
Hmm. Ooh. Emmett almost fell through the breakable block right there, but luckily he caught himself just in time.
I would like to request that we get audio from another stream since Scars is still having some
Trouble.
problems. If that's something that can happen. Scotty got hit once, but had a relatively painless spiky room of death.
So I see some people actually just do damage boost from the spikes to get across to the other side.
Thank
Not
you,
sure if that,
thank you, production, for switching audio. Were you saying something? Did I interrupt you there? My bad.
nothing too much. I was just saying that I think some runners actually just do damage boost through the spike must have so they much easier or if they actually if we go by the randomizer strats we got space gravity suits and space uh, ball jump. You just use that to get through the room. But I think some racers just prefer to use the damage boost through it.
Well, I mean, most of the items that would make this room easy aren't picked up yet in 100%, but luckily, besides Elm, nobody has had too much trouble with the room.
And they got the super shot through it, the through that area, so he doesn't have to go through the plant boss. That's
Oh no.
about the brain, pink brain star.
Elminster got the jump back through the crumble block, but fell right back through it, unfortunately.
Yeah, considering that room is very tight on the breakable block.
But you're gonna see Elm and Enmit picking up some items that Scotty's already picked up, as well as this energy tank that Enmit's headed to.
I actually never knew the vanilla pick up that right and what and they just pick up. Because I usually play randomizer.
Right. Well, Scotty will have to go back to this area at the end of the game to pick up that last E-tank. So he is going to go a bit of a different route. Instead of immediately going... That's an unfortunate Shine Spark. But instead of immediately going to Pink Brinstar again, I believe he'll just go straight to Meridia.
Hmm.
But we can, for now, we see Scotty going to get his gravity suit. Once again, it looks like he's very far behind, but in actuality, I think he's still a couple minutes behind, but it's a lot closer than it looks because of his different route. That was in. Oh wait, no, he got the power bomb. I was like, why is he, why is he balling there? I forgot about that strat. Sorry, I'm dumb. But we'll see if he actually broke open the power bomb blocks under the. Yeah, the reason why he does that is what you can do is shoot to knock the worker robots into the pits, and then power bomb to break the power bomb blocks. And
I did not know that you could. I never actually thought about shooting the worker bots into through the floor.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he got the power bomb, considering he laid another one. So unfortunate there, but that is what he was attempting to do. Nice mock ball from Elm. You can see him going back for Spazer now, unfortunately. He forgot to pick that up earlier.
Mm-hmm. Well, considering it is on the way to Meridia.
Mm-hmm. It's not too bad, but he is going to have to turn it back off to do the X Factor kill onto Botwoon.
And onto to the shrimp.
The shrimp, yeah.
Wonder how they're gonna. Okay, since they don't have X-ray, that's until later. They either use it to have a fry shrimp or speed boost through shrimp strat.
I assume both of these runners are going for the speed booster strat. Unfortunately, even if they had X-ray, they couldn't microwave him since that requires plasma beam, and you can't get that in vanilla until after Dragon is dead.
Yeah, I forgot about that. No, Pito.
Hey, that's alright. But either way, I would assume we see speed booster strats.
Can't really blame me since I play randomizer way too much. Can you?
Mm. You can see Scars. Unfortunately, he's still having some stream issues, but you can see he's heading up to the wreck ship. So he's a little bit behind, unfortunately. Now that somebody pointed out in chat that I keep saying unfortunately, I'm like super self-conscious about it. Come on, you guys.
Don't be mean to our commentators, please.
Yeah, no bully. Interesting that Scotty isn't going to pick up the missile immediately. Wait, that has to be a mistake. I don't think he meant to skip that. That's not good. Hopefully he remembers, or he picks it up later and I just don't know his route well enough. Or maybe he just picked it up and I didn't see it.
I only took a glance, but I didn't see, but that's just me.
Ooh, I don't know if Enmet can fully half you off of this. No, he gets it.
That is pretty tight since you got what, like about 10 seconds before Shine Spark disappears on you?
I think if you do it optimally, you have like 10 frames ish to do the Shine Spark. So it's a very tight trick.
Looks like we got his stream back from Scarf and he picked up his X-ray.
interesting choice to pick up X-Ray early, but he does have grapple, which makes it fairly easy.
Yeah, since space jump through that area is not easy unless you got the screw attack, but that's wait until later.
You can see Enmit with a really nice first spark.
Yeah, since this room is very difficult to get shine sparks, since you gotta know how to do
A short charge, yeah. But
stutter step.
Enmit getting a pretty clean 2-round Dragon. Going to be picking up his
Space
Space
jump,
jump.
but he wasn't able to attain the blue suit. So
Yeah, since he killed Dragon with missiles, he did not get the blue suit, so he will just have to jump across this room. But
or
it's not too bad.
speed boost slash jump, space jump across.
Sparking into the ceiling, unfortunately, isn't gonna get the full halfie. Or the half-halfie. Just gonna have to jump across. But
Bye bye, E-Tank.
he's fine.
Emirates who missed his E-Tank. You wonder if he's gonna head back up into the room to grab it. What do you think?
What'd you
Emmett missed the E-Tank after the E-Tank Batum room.
Yeah, he'll be picking up that. He'll be picking up that E-Tank later. That's standard 100% route.
Huh. I don't know the route, so I'll let you handle explain how some of those work.
Also got a clean first spark onto Dragon.
And one more shine spark to take him out.
Took a little bit of chain damage there, but you can see he got the blue suit. It looks like he's gonna stick with the blue suit and not go for a spike suit. Don't really blame him there. I don't know the technicality of spike suit, but it's a double frame perfect trick. So you can see why he would stick with the blue suit in a race.
I know for one thing that I actually, if you, even though you get space jump in that room, I know that it's possible to get through it with. I've seen a couple of tricks in getting through the room, but I don't think you just use a high jump to get through it. But that was just on random. Scarson incident with the net problem. I hope he has to wait until where we see him at, so they get fixed.
Yeah, unfortunately, Scarson Extreme is kind of. He's got a little bit of Elmnet going on here. Ironically, Elminster himself is not having any stream issues. Looks like Scotty not having the cleanest Dragon fight, but nothing too bad. Yep, he got the kill.
But no blue suit.
Yeah, no blue suit. Only Elm was able to get that, but it's not as much of a problem when you get space jump.
Well, let's talk about the Dragon side. So I only seen a couple of strats. We start off with the X Factor with the Ray charge being fireball used. Then we use the part I Shine Spark to take care of Dragon. Then there's usually for me, I just use either just the super missile strat to kill Dragon or give him the shock treatment if I had the grapple beam.
Right. The speed booster strat onto Dragon it's the most optimal, but it's also it's pretty tricky to do optimally. So, but as I've said before, all the runners that have faced Dragon are very experienced and they know how to beat Dragon. We even saw a pseudo screw from, I believe, Scotty killing Dragon. From the back. Enmit going for... Ooh, he didn't get it. He went for a strat where he kept his blue suit up through that little crevice so he could get these items without sparking. But unfortunately was not able to get it.
I've seen it done before, but it's pretty precise, I believe.
It's also decently risky. If you mess up, you can get soft locked in the bead blocks.
Yeah.
But luckily that didn't happen.
Well, considering the snail room is a big annoyance. Don't you agree? The snail room.
Which one? You talking about Aqueduct?
No, I'm not sure what the room's called, but I just call it the snail room since there's only snails in there. Well,
right.
Minister picks up the plasma.
It looks like Enmet is leaving Meridia. I assume he picked up everything. We can see, not very well, but we can see that Scars is going, or he's doing his Fantoon fight. I can't really tell how that's going, unfortunately. But he's got a lot of missiles on hand, so he should be fine.
Mm-hmm. Emma's still using the. No, never mind. He already picked up the plasma.
You can see he re-entered Kraid's Slayer to pick up the missile.
Ooh, he timed that to high ball jump so he could get out of there without falling straight through.
So we can see Enmet going down to Norfair, his second and last trip, hopefully. Assuming he doesn't forget anything. He's going to be going down to Lower Norfair to fight Ridley, and then picking up the rest of the items that he didn't earlier.
We hope
And
that he doesn't forget to go down and go straight through the room so he doesn't forget to go down to grab the couple items that are there after he took the ice cream.
mm-hmm. So Elminster is a little bit behind, but he's heading the same way. And looks like Scars had a pretty clean Fantoon fight. Now going on to collect all the items in wrecked ship. You can see he is a bit low health with no reserves, so he does need to be careful in Spiky Room of Death. He's gonna take a safety save, which I don't blame him there.
Yeah.
Nice chronic boost for amendment. And there he goes down to Lower Norfair. It's a pretty dangerous area on the map, but he's got plenty of health, so he should be fine.
Yeah, considering that most of it's either is that lava or just acid?
I always called it acid, but I think it's technically supposed to be lava. Also, fun fact here: this statue that Edmund is in won't actually trigger unless you have space jump, which is why the route is how it is with the standard boss order, because you have to fight Dragon to be able to pick up this missile. So you have to fight Dragon before Ridley in order to pick up all the items in the optimal number of trips.
I never knew that. Yeah, here's the Golden Cerebral. It simplified really bad. So I actually never knew that. You could just stand right a couple centimeters in front of him that he'll just jump backwards, so you just have to shoot your beam at him and he'll be an easy kill.
Yeah, Plasma Beam makes the fight very easy since it will hit twice each shot, as well as with the strategy that Emmet used, and I assume everybody else will, keeping him in the corner. And see Scars taking a death. I didn't see what happened, but I know he saved earlier.
Yeah.
So.
All that.
Yeah, you see there. Let's see, I think Elm springballed across those crumbling platforms. Since springball make you instantly jump, there's no risk of falling through.
Yep.
But maybe he just jumped normally for style points, I didn't see.
I think when I was young, when I took on Golden Cerebral, I tried to super missile through that fight.
Mm-hmm. I think 30 super missiles. Like, I think 30 super missiles is enough to kill him, since you can get 4 super missiles in optimally after he catches one, and I believe that's enough to kill him.
I have a question. When did we I when did the runners or find out that you could just plasma beam golden chorizo?
I don't really know, but I imagine it wasn't too far, or it wasn't a recent discovery, considering Golden Chorizo's AI is very similar to the Bomb Chorizo, so I assume people already knew you could keep him in the corner, and after that it was just a simple, just shoot up with Plasma Beam.
I actually never knew that you keep the bomb chorizo in the corner also until a couple of years back ago.
Who knows? You'd have to ask somebody who's been around longer than I have. Anyways, you can see Enmit fighting Ridley. Not having the cleanest fight, but no, like I said, he's got more health than he needs. So he's not in any danger.
Well, let's talk about Ridley here. I think strats I use some strats. We could either use the missile strats. I'm not sure how many you need to take really out with both for missile and super missiles. I think power bomb strats. That's just crazy right there.
Talking about power bomb strats on Ridley.
Yeah, it does damage you, but you have to place the power bomb with a spring ball. You jump it in the middle of the screen or area of the fight. Place the power bomb. It takes like 20, 25, 30 missile power bombs. I'm not sure exactly the counts for it.
Luckily, the runners will have a fully upgraded Charge Ice Wave Plasma Beam, and that kills Ridley in 20 shots. So that is how you're gonna see all 4 runners, I assume, kill Ridley. You can see Elm also
using
on
the
this Ridley
beam
fight.
strat.
It's a pretty clean kill. And Scotty is on his way.
You might think about it, really and Fantoons to the trolliest bosses.
Ridley is definitely pretty tough for less experienced runners, especially in a category where you don't pick up the fully upgraded beam. But of course, in 100%, you have like close to max health, fully upgraded beam. So it's one of the easiest categories just in general, but also one of the easiest Ridley fights.
I think the toughest part would be I think it was on this game that there's a 1% category, or was it 10%? I don't remember. No, that's probably on Fusion.
Yeah, Fusion, it's possible to beat the game in 0%, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is 1%. But low percent in this game is 14%, and that has a much more difficult Ridley fight.
low percent is too OP for me. For me,
Yeah, I do not know the exact number of shots you need in low percent, but I think it's 200, 200 charge ice shots, and 300 just charge shots if you're doing low percent speed. But either way, the runners are having a much easier time on Ridley here with all of the items that they've collected. Nice
Scotty,
ball boost from Menmet.
Scotty's probably just showing off with toying with really, and there down goes really.
Mm-hmm. And you're going to see Scotty, Enmit, and Elm making their way back to, or make their way up to Golden 4. They all have a few more items to pick up, but for the most part, it's just get to the finish.
Yes, they just and Emmett leave one tank. There's like was it around 200, 250 missiles? And I don't remember the down for supers and the power bombs. I forgot how many there are.
It would take 180 missiles to kill Ridley, and 30 supers. I don't know how many power bombs, so I'm gonna assume you're right there. Speaking of supers, I'm pretty sure Elm just supered the CAC attack. He got a super back, but of course he's got plenty of supers since he's picked up. I believe at this point he has all but one super missile pack, so he's not going to be worried about it. Can see Enmit picking up his X-ray scope. Unfortunately, never going to actually use it, since everything you could use it on has already been defeated. But you still have to get it.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if there's actually an extra strat for Ridley, but no, I doubt it since the beam doesn't actually go through Ridley since it's really issue item. It just disappears.
Enmit not getting the reverse slinky, unfortunately, but don't really expect any of these runners to. That's a very tough trick. I want to see it though.
What trick?
The reverse slinky. I don't know how precise it is, but it's an incredibly difficult trick that allows you to go through Green Hill Zone in reverse, theoretically as fast as possible. The Elm is picking up his Kraid missile now. Of course, Elm and Enmit, as well as Scars, all had to come back to this area to pick it up since they didn't have power bombs. Scotty, of course, picked up power bombs early with the Moon Dance, so he was able to clear that area first try. Or first go, I should say.
I was actually wondering what Scarface was doing since he was heading back. But I guess he went to the ship to refill on energy so he could get through the bowling alley with little trouble. But I don't see why he needs to do that since he got
so I mean, first of all, I think his stream is pretty far behind since he's kind of having some internet issues, but he needs to go back to Rex ship to pick up the energy tank as well as gravity. So, unfortunate that he has to do it, but it's a very dangerous, or very dangerous rooms if you aren't experienced in them. Bowling alley and spiky room of death. So
Yeah, that's true.
it's understandable that if he's not feeling confident in his ability, he would take the refill.
Well, he does have it. No, never mind. Probably he does have the ammunition for Crystal Flash. So he just went back to get a refill.
Yep. Looks like he took a lot of damage in Spiky Room of Death, but he made it through. You can see Enmit picking up his last item of the run. This missile right here. I don't know if we have a name for it. But
No.
that's going to be 100% of items for him, and he's going to head to Turian.
Probably head to the ship first to get a refill on everything.
I don't think he will. Like, it's definitely a good thing to do for people less experienced, but Enmit is one of the best 100% runners in the game, actually, and I would assume he feels confident in just going straight to Turian without refilling his ammo.
Emmett just confirmed the room is called Cavity. The room is called Cavity Missiles.
And he's on about a 119 pace, which is very good, actually. So we will see if he messes anything up here.
Probably see. The only thing I probably could think of that he could mess up, but that's probably on the baby skip.
Right. If he can get baby skip, this is, I want to say, close to PB pace for him. I might be wrong. Yeah, not quite, but it's still very good pace. Especially in a race setting where you can't really expect people to perform at their top level. The fact that he can get what I assume this is going to end up being a low to mid 119 is incredible.
I thought he got on the elevator and just disappeared for halfway up. How the heck does that work?
And you can see Scotty, like I mentioned earlier, had to go back and pick up the waterway energy tank since he couldn't pick that up earlier because he didn't have speed. So I think overall, if executed optimally, this route is, I think, slightly slower than the traditional route. But I'm not sure. We're gonna see. Does he get it? Looks like it.
Yep.
Yep. Pretty clean Metroid skip coming out from Enmit.
I actually seen one race that the baby caught one of the racers, but they were able to get through the passage. You ever saw something like that?
Think so. Really nice down back Zeb skip from Enmet. Unfortunately missed the first try, but he got through it no problem.
Face to
And
face with Mother Brain.
he's on to Mother Brain too.
Looked like Scarsmith who got his that problem fixed.
Yep. Scars still doesn't have the energy tank. I'm not sure what happened because I saw him in the area. But he still needs to pick that up at some point. Looks like he's going over to do it now.
I guess he just went
And
for
Enmet gets hit by a catch up, but he's got plenty of health.
He's gonna go for the stand-up glitch.
Yep. So he's gonna damage himself to
Under
less than 100.
energy.
Actually, I think it just needs to be less than 199.
So the Rainbow Beam does 300 damage.
Yeah, since he didn't turn off Varia, the Rainbow Beam does 300 damage. It makes things a little bit trickier to do without turning off Varia, but it's not particularly difficult. And like I said, Enmet is a incredibly good 100% runner, as you can see by his current time he's on. So he definitely knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm. From what I understand, on any percent, if you want to do the stand-up glitch, all you need is 7 energy tanks.
Well, in 80%, you normally would not pick up that many energy tanks because that's a lot of time lost routing to pick them up, as well as the item fanfares, and it ends up being slower than just picking up 3 tanks and not going for stand-up.
Okay, Elm is at the baby Metroid. Let's see if he gets the gift. Nope.
Very clean stand-up from Enmet. Did he even shoot? I don't even think he needed to shoot there.
Only once, since if he does it correctly, all you need to do damage to Mother Brain on phase 3 is 1 shot.
Right. I think the stream lagged, so I didn't actually see him shoot. You can see Elm did not get the Metroid skip, so instead opts for a Crystal Flash in the room instead of going to the refill. So definitely a viable backup strat, but it's unlucky that he didn't get the baby skip. But you can see Enmet having a bit of trouble with the wall jumps, but he's on low 119 pace, which is incredible for a race. Meanwhile,
it is. Are we going to see save animals or bye-bye to them?
Let's hope he saves the animals, but I'm not too hopeful.
I love the animals.
Yeah, he's a jerk. Doesn't even save the animals. Anyways, GG. Enmet finishing with an official SRL time of 1:19.25. That is an incredible race time, for sure. And we can see Elm not too far behind, while Scotty, I believe these are the last items he's picking up before Turian, so he's making his way to the end of the game as well.
Looks like Elm is gonna go for the stand-up.
Right. Unfortunately, Scars had some troubles in Wreck Ship, as well as I believe his stream is behind due to some internet issues. So he is unfortunately significantly behind the rest of the runners, but he still did a very good job, and props to him for agreeing to be on stream with runners like these that have tons of experience and are very good runners.
Mm-hmm. With the stand-up glitch that Elm is on, if you're not careful, you could actually soft block on Mother Brain if you don't get back to the right position, so Mother Brain could shoot at the baby nest.
Oh no, I don't know. No, the stream just lagged. Never mind. Never mind. False alarm. But yeah, Elm having a clean stand-up glitch. He also only needed one shot, I think.
I think just one shot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the stand-up glitch. Right after you get it done correctly, you have to basically be at point blank when you jump shoot at your Mother Brain to actually do damage.
So it doesn't actually, like, crashing the game doesn't actually matter what position you're in, I don't think. It just matters whether or not you're charging a shot when the game gives you Hyper Beam.
Well,
and so if you are, the game crashes because reasons.
Scotty.
Oh no, messed up on
Go.
the last couple jumps.
Scotty, get through the wall door passage. No, he decided not to.
Yeah, of course he doesn't want to go through the door since it would give him. It would make him permanently slow, as if he was being grabbed by the Metroid constantly, and so he'll just be lost staying in the room.
Well, from what I understand, is that it is possible to get yourself to unslow by going into the room to the charging station, and that will.
GG to Elminster, by the way, finishing with an official time of 1:22:56. It's a PB, according to him. So, once again, definitely very impressive that these runners are performing to the level they are in a race like this. And Scotty with a very nice speed sabotage skip. It's a tricky maneuver there, but he gets it fine. And he'll be starting his Mother Brain here. You can see Enmit getting the 100%. Didn't forget anything, as expected. We'll see what happens to Elm. But I don't suspect either of them forgot any items.
I don't believe so. Because it should be both 100%. I don't think they actually missed any. Unless I think it's early.
Right, I don't think they forgot any, but I haven't been paying super close attention to them. So we will see.
Scotty got the standard glitch. Showing off the moonwalk. Not having to charge, you know.
So one other thing to note about the stand-up glitch is that once you completely fill up on energy, the Metroid will actually freeze in place until it takes damage from Mother Brain. So it's not really a risk in 100% since you have so much energy, but in other categories that do stand-up, such as GT Classic, if you let the baby get stuck behind where Mother Brain is shooting, you can soft lock the game and not be able to progress. Luckily, of course, that didn't happen. We see some glitchy sprites from Scotty. Ah, he's back. Oh no! Oh no! Elminster! Elminster!
What happened,
99%.
Right down.
Oh no.
Houston, we have a problem.
An unfortunate finish from him. Not sure where he forgot his item. We see Scotty going for the blue bomber, and he gets it. First try, I swear.
Third try. He tried a couple times, but he didn't get it all the way out.
First try, every time. But yeah, that's an unfortunate finish from Elminster. Even hides his screen in shame. He can't deal with what he's done. And so Scotty is finishing very soon. Hopefully he picked up everything. Even saves the animals. There we go.
That's probably what he missed.
Scotty, with the full meme route, gets the animals.
Well, when you think about it, well, the island collection should still, well, it counts as 100%, but the true 100% is saving the animals when you consider it.
The true 100% from Scotty. Looks like he's the official winner. On a serious note, he is going to finish with an official SRL time of 1:28.56, which is actually second place due to Elminster with an unfortunate skipping the item. And so GG to him. I'm not totally sure how many people are racing in the background, but shout outs to Elm definitely, even with the 99%, had a great race. And also shout out to Canadian Owl and D-Drog. Both had real life to deal with. Unfortunately, couldn't stick around for the whole race. But shout out to them. They did good.
We had 6 races for today.
Yep. So Scars is actually going to be, if he finishes, he's actually going to finish in 3rd due to 3 other runners having to forfeit.
Yep.
No, it's not going for the X Factor on Batoon, but missing a lot of supers actually.
I thought he was just shooting regular missiles right there.
No, unfortunately not.
I thought this boss was called Terror, since considering Fusion, the boss is called Terror, since the Terror goes for speed and Batoon is speed also.
Now, Ceres is a little bit bigger, so, but it's an easy mistake to make. They look pretty similar.
Mm-hmm. But Ceres Transit actually shoots fireballs like Batoon does.
So, coming up, the moment of truth for Scotty. We'll see if he gets the 100%. As we see Scars farming for supers. And there it is. 100%.
I really hate those sand pits. It's easy to go in, but hard to get out. Why Scarsnake didn't get the Shine Spark up.
Alright, so I think that's gonna do it for us. Definitely good luck to Scars on the rest of his run, but on behalf of all the runners, everyone who made these streams possible, and the rest of the SRL community, thank you for watching, and there will be another 100% race later today, or later tonight, I should say. So if you want to see more, definitely check that out. But
alright, sorry, go ahead.
oh, that's gonna do it for us. So once again, good luck to Scars. Congratulations to Scotty and Enmit, and good game to all the other runners. So we are going to leave. See you soon.